So the mainstream will tell you sugar causes diabetes. Avoid all carbs, eat lots of fat and protein, you'll get better blood sugars. But what they don't tell you is that's just making the problem worse, causing insulin resistance, and you can never go back to fun carbs. I did a little experiment because there's an outlier in the vegan world who disagrees with everything I just said, Dr. Brooke Goldner. She said, flax oil is unique. It's the only fat that doesn't cause insulin resistance. You can eat unlimited amounts. So I put it to the test. So in case you missed diabetes college, the only two things you need to know: if you eat too much fat, it will clog up your cell and the insulin receptor can no longer work properly, so your blood sugar stays high. Also, if there's a lot of fat in your cell, the cell itself says, I don't want more sugar, we got enough energy in here, this is too much fat, get out, come back, we're closed. So your sugar stays high for those two reasons. Too much fat in the diet, not good. There's many books written on it. It's a proven theory. You lower the fat, you lower your diabetes. And of course, you jabrones, if you go the opposite route and you avoid sugar, you will also have low blood sugar, but you'll also increase your chance of dying due to mosquito attacks and like heart disease mostly. So I made a chart, my friend. We are so professional right now. So for multiple days in a row, I tested my blood sugar after every meal with no fat whatsoever, just to get a baseline. This is what my sugars are always like. What you want is to be under 8 for 2 hours after a meal. And fasted, you're pretty good at under 5.2-ish. You're pretty happy. They say fasting blood sugar can be under 5.6. That's a little higher than I would like it. I'm always seeing it at like 4.4, but there's a couple outlier days. So day 1, 4.1 fasting blood sugar, perfect. 2 hours after my watermelon breakfast, 4.8, came right back down. That's like perfection. 2 hours after lunch, that was a rice and salad dish. That was a little high, but still perfectly normal. I don't love seeing it higher, but it's still perfect. And then 2 hours after dinner, my last meal, plantains, sweet potato, all this starchy stuff, 7.1, even better. So like, it's a perfect day pretty much. And I did that for 3 days and everything was basically perfect. No fats, just like changing the odd ingredient, mangoes instead of berries, and rice and beans. I added beans to the rice the second day, and I noticed that spiked so much less that I just continued doing that forever because it's just fantastic. So adding a little protein, plant-based, to your starchy rice, it helped blunt the spike. Now on the 4th day, I decided to add 1 tablespoon of flax oil to my dinner. The reason I didn't choose flax seeds is because they're harder to digest. I wanted to go with something simple, just flax oil, very basic. I added that to my dinner. It was a lower carbish dinner just because I had squash instead of the bananas. Those aren't very much calories. I just wanted to ease into this experiment. And my blood sugars were fine after that, 6.3, better than usual. So it was like flax oil with the salad and squash. Leftover plantains, but it was like half a plantain if it was a foot. Now what I'm expecting to happen is having the flax oil at dinner, it'll stay in my blood just long enough for my breakfast the next day to be insulin resistance all up in this thing. So my watermelon should spike for longer and it's not going to be good. That's what I'm expecting to happen, but Brooke would disagree and say flax doesn't do that. It's saturated fat, animal fats that do that. Even though you jabrone monkeys in the comments, saturated fat is safe. It's the PUFAs that you know nothing. AI buys your underwear and chooses them for you. But what I noticed was the next day, my fasting blood sugar was perfect. My breakfast, while it was elevated slightly, it's still well below normal. So like it was perfect. It was a little higher though. I was like, oh, there it is. Well, wait till I do 2 tablespoons. Oh, we're gonna see it. So like, okay, whatever. My rice was fine, it was normal, but the dinner comes. I decided to eat like a lot of carbs, like 8 plantains, and add a tablespoon of oil to the salad and eat it all together. And I was like, uh-oh, what's gonna happen now? 8.6. Now I'm in the danger zone. So this is why I never mix fat and carbs. All the people down there, why don't you just eat a balanced diet? This is why, because you're stupid. But the next day, some strange things happened. So fasting blood sugar was perfectly normal after that super elevated meal the night before, and my breakfast was perfectly fine. So I don't think the flax oil that night caused any insulin resistance the next day. It was just the fact that I mixed fats and carbs. It just made it so much slower to digest, and it was so much carbs that it was too slow, and it's like, no. So like, I would never mix them both. So I corrected that this day. So for dinner, I decided to up it to 2 tablespoons, but put it after the carbs. So we had like our regular day, and then dinner is plantains eaten, and then a fatty salad, which is low carb. So it's like almost 2 different dinners. That blood sugar, I've never had better for dinner. Like, that's the lowest of all, 6.3. It's like, okay. So like, having the fruit alone, just, it was digested so much quicker and better. But 2 tablespoons of oil affected my next day 5.7 fasted blood sugar, which is just above normal. They say 5.6. I would like it even lower. It's usually in the 4s. So, 2 tablespoons all of a sudden were floating around too high, and then my watermelon was still normal, but it's higher than it usually is, and it's like, okay. And I felt restless at night having that much oil. I started to get the restless leg syndrome. I'm like, my body's like burning out. Maybe just too many calories, I don't know, but that used to happen a lot on the high fat diet, and when I went high carb, all that relaxed and I don't shake anymore, and it's beautiful. So I can see that I did not like that. So I went back down to 1 tablespoon for the next experiment. So I did the same thing that night, plantains, then the salad with 1 tablespoon of flax oil. And then the next day was basically perfect. Like, if anything, adding the flax oil in respectable amounts and responsibly at the very end, not mixing them with carbs, has my blood sugar the lowest it's ever been. So like, you can see from the beginning, I'm spiking like 7.7. Now I'm always down at like 6.3, even with the same meals. So what I've learned from this experiment, having 2 tablespoons of flax oil did hinder me. I don't know if it was insulin resistance, but my blood sugars were higher because of the fat. And I didn't want to push it to 3 and like go all out, and like, I'm not trying to damage my body. I'm just like listening. It's like, okay, 2 felt a bit too much, and it is freaky, but for the low fat people, like, we're 80-10-10, 80% carbs, 10% fat, 10% protein. Even having 1 tablespoon of flax oil keeps me at roughly 8%. I'm still Doug Graham safe. When I pushed it to 2, I was like 12%, which is still, he goes to that high sometimes. Then he's back down to 95.5. I get it, then you swing. But like, it's still very low fat, but even that much, 12% fat, started hindering my blood sugar. So if I was going with diabetic recommendations, which is like 30 to 40% fat, you would have the dumbest blood sugar graph ever created. So I'm going to continue with this pattern just because I feel good doing it. I'm enjoying the salads. I might do slightly less than a tablespoon. I don't think I need that much. But like, I don't know if my mood is better, but it feels slightly elevated, perhaps. I feel a bit stronger as well. I've always said when I'm on this high-fat diet, there's some type of strength that comes from, it's not the protein, it's the fat. And I think it's just a hormonal boost and a nervous system connection. I feel it, like I feel more grounded. There's something about it. It's a pleasurable feel. So it's like a calmness, but a strength as well. Like I can feel it in my workouts. It's like, yeah, something's a bit different here. Yeah, just like a connection, your muscle, neuron, brain connection. I mean, Doug Graham doesn't say never eat fat again. He's always adding some type of sunflower seed to his dressing. It's just some people take that message, 80-10-10 low fat, and then they add no fat for the longest time, and you end up 95-5. And it's like, maybe that's not sufficient for a lot of people, unless you're breatharian, you're tapped in. But for those of us who aren't, you might want a bit of seeds. You don't need the oils. Whole seeds, I get you. That's healthier. But like, give me a break. When it comes to my skin, I was expecting to break out. Usually flax seeds make me break out. So I was like, maybe I'll try the oil. It's easier. Maybe there's some enzyme inhibitor in the seeds, and flax seeds on their own don't taste good. Like they're so hard, you would never eat them. They almost don't seem like human food, but the flax oil, I just wanted to see. I'm not noticing an improvement. If anything, slightly drier skin. Was not expecting that. Everyone's like, you need fats to moisturize your face. You don't even know that. Like, it just made it worse, if anything. It could be too much omega-3. Apparently omega-6 is the one you want in the head. So we might start adding some pumpkin seeds or something, get a little balance going. But from what I've seen, flax oil does cause insulin resistance the higher you go. If you're keeping carbs really high, you don't want too much flax. And I'm sorry, I'm not interested in trying this with coconut oil to prove that saturated fat causes it. Like, I'm not trying to injure my body for no reason. I just thought, I'll try the flax since Brooke says it's fine, and I could probably use an omega-3 boost, who knows? So I tried it, and it's okay. I don't think I will buy flax oil again. Maybe a mix, or just stick with seeds and make my perfect blend of like flax and pumpkin mixed in the perfect ratios for the omega-3 to 6 balance. And we could do that, add that to the salad at the very end of the day. Don't mix it with carbs ever. So I think everything I thought would happen is pretty much confirmed. Too much fat's bad. And just for the PUFA Nazis down below who say PUFAs, polyunsaturated fats, are the cause of all mankind's illnesses, literally all the science suggests when you replace saturated animal fat with the PUFAs, your heart disease markers go away, like everything improves, your cholesterol, your life, all-cause mortality goes down. Like, what the hell are you talking about? Still, I would limit them. You don't want too much any fat, in my opinion, but it's not the PUFAs causing anything except dry skin. That's fine. It's not due to the oxidative damage that it's ravaging my body, searching for water and ripping it out of my heart. You're ridiculous, your theories. It's so wrong, it's not even funny. Just thumb up the video. You could thumb it down. My wrist didn't crack due to omega-6 deficiency. You're ridiculous. It's normal behavior. You're thumbing the video down because you're making an oil blend right now. First ingredient, raccoon oil. It's not sustainable. You get omega-7 fats from lizard spleen oil. Not really tasty or easy to find. And your third oil, I'm actually most disappointed in this one, mouse tongue oil. Do you have any idea how many mice it takes? So many mice died in your arms just for the omega-11. That's bullshit. Why don't you think of someone else for once? Thank you for the Bitcoin donations. What do you think of the experiment? What are your conclusions? Are you like seeing different things than I saw? Too much fat was bad, but some fat seemed to help overall, as long as you keep it at the end. Just like I said, don't mix the carbs and fat. Huh? Subscribe for more.